Hi girlies, and welcome back. I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy to be sharing this message. I feel like for the people that have seen me before and have watched some of my videos, you might be more familiar with my difficulties in just life, but I feel like I'm living a cycle that I'm having a little bit of a hard time overcoming, and I'm slowly being able to overcome it. And I feel like I'm a little emotional today. A little, not a lot. I'm like almost crying because I'm just, those days that you're just like tired. It's like I slept 3 hours and I'm just a little overwhelmed. I don't know. I like kind of struggle with the balance of how much I should say about like the the like sadder side of things. Not that I'm sad or depressed or anything. I'm very happy and fulfilled, and each day I'm more happy and fulfilled. So I feel like that's what I should share. But I feel like I should also acknowledge that there's two sides of everybody's life, and there are some moments of struggling, suffering, dealing with our problems and our traumas and overcoming things. And in the same situation, there's going to be the good side and the light side and the woo overcoming and the difficult struggle. And I try to always bring and share with you guys like the solutions to my struggles and not so much the struggle because I don't want to be focusing too much on that. But I also feel like it's kind of important to not to be like broadcasting all of my trauma and things on the internet, but to not only share like everything's amazing, do this, to have the best life of your, like the best life, to live the life of your dreams, and also to be like, you can be on the path of constructing the life of your dreams and loving yourself and accepting yourself and everything, but also acknowledge that it's not only going to be uphill and it's going to be like ups and downs. And I think what really illustrates it perfectly is that image of like, here's where we start and like, here's where we end. And we start here and then we go like this. So we can be here and still be going like this, but we're not here. And I feel like that's the biggest difference. That we're more knowledgeable, we're more in control, we're more empowered, and we're still going through some ups and downs, but we're not at rock bottom, but we're still going through the motions and everything. And I basically had decided this year that I was gonna take like a whole break from dating everybody. I was just gonna focus on my career, on my life, my personal life, and but somehow yesterday I ended up going on this date. I'm not gonna give too many details to not be too clear on what situation this is, but I went on a date and it really kind of messed with me emotionally in a way. I feel like I ended up having like a cycle of going on these dates, and because I'm like more like in a celibate vibe of I'm gonna really get to know someone before I want to engage, and mostly when I get to know people, I don't want to engage in that way. And I feel like I'm also a little bit traumatized. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna get into therapy for this. I'm studying to be a naturopath, so I always try to go for like the natural therapies and all those things, but I feel like I'm needing some sit down and talking therapy because not that I think something is like wrong with me, but I'm like so closed off. It's crazy. And say that I think it's a good thing, but I don't know. I don't know what to think. So I think I might need some professional help to process my feelings in this way because I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I ended up going on this date, and I feel like this is like a recurring theme for me of going on dates and spending like too much time with the person, spending like I don't know 10 plus hours with the person, and then I leave the date and I'm like extremely overwhelmed. And I don't know, I feel like sometimes it's scary for me to mix my energy with people because I've dated in the past and had relationships with people that were some really weird energies, and I didn't realize, and it just over time it really just broke me and it really affected me. And I don't want to be here and be like they had shitty energy, like fuck them, but if you get what the spiritual girlies, if you get what I'm saying, I feel like you just get what I'm saying, and it just scares me to think that I might be putting myself in situations like that, even though that I know that they're good people and everything. I'm so used to my energy that when I mix my energy with other people, it really like messes with my balance, because I know how to deal with myself and my energy and my vibes. But when I put other people in the mix, it really, I feel like, shakes my foundation, and I'm a little just overwhelmed. I basically went on this date last night. It wasn't quite a date, but it ended up like being like a date, and I'm not gonna go into any details because I don't want anybody that is involved in the situation to know what I'm talking about. But I basically just slept 3 hours. I think I slept 1 hour, and then I just came to my house because I was like, I can't do this. I had to wake up early and go on a road trip with my parents, and like I had to do a bunch of things today. So I just went to my house, and then I slept a little bit like at my house before I had to wake up, and I was just like, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to think. Then I went to my aunt's house, and then we were watching like a scary movie, and I just slept on the couch. And you know, one of those days that you just like, I've been doing 75 hard, didn't work out today. I've been sleeping like taking random naps, like I'm not rested. I'm like very overwhelmed. I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna keep in this video. I need to stop crying. But basically, the reflection that I wanted to go on is, I don't know how this is all going to tie together because I don't know what I'm going to keep and what I'm not going to keep. But lately, I've gone through two very similar experiences, and it also goes hand in hand with the cycles and the breaking cycles and the tests of like each time that we live an experience kind of again in different circumstances, but the same kind of experience, the same kind of lesson. How we can acknowledge it and show up better in that situation. So this seemed very random, but I feel like it led me. I feel like feel, I feel like if you get in contact with the universe and how it's talking to you, it's mostly through random day-to-day things that have like an overarching, like deeper meaning. So I basically had gone out to eat with my parents like 2 weeks ago, and everybody's food came, and they were like finishing their food, and my food hadn't come. And then like my juice came. I think I ordered like a bunch. I don't really know how to say, like a tea. And my tea came, and this is really nasty, but I went to drink it with the straw, and the straw had like watermelon inside of it, and I was drinking a tea that like wasn't watermelon, so the straw was like dirty. And then I drank it, and I like almost puked, but I was like, okay. I told the lady, I was like, it's fine, whatever. And then I just stayed there waiting for my food. When everybody was like finishing eating, my food arrived, and I was like this should be illegal. But whatever, okay, my food, like it was my family, they just waited. And I didn't think much of it. And today I went out to eat with like my whole family. Everybody's food came. Everybody's like not vegetarian, so they were all sharing. And the waiter, there was nothing vegetarian on the menu, just salads. And I was fine ordering a salad. Then the waiter suggested making an omelet. And I was like, okay, that's amazing. Like, I would love the omelet. Right, the omelet came, guys. Why am I crying about this omelet? Then the omelet came, and I opened it up. I cut it up, and it had, I don't know what meat it had inside of it, but it just had a lot of meat. And I was like this is weird. Like, okay. Asked the guy, and I was like, there's meat in this omelet. Like, could you make another one without meat because I'm a vegetarian or whatever? And he was like, yes. Like, I'm so sorry. I can't believe that they put meat. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. And then it was like the same situation. Everybody was finishing eating, and my omelet was coming. Why am I crying? I'm just really very sensitive. And I was actually like at the restaurant super tired. I had slept like 2 hours at that point, and I was just like, I just want to eat my omelet in peace. And everybody had already eaten. Everybody was finishing what they were eating. And my omelet came. I don't know if you guys have watched my past videos. If you watched the video about like the universal feast and the patience and the waiting for the universe to bless us and the having patience because good things take time. I don't know. I feel like it's so the universe was trying to show me something and telling me to have patience and telling me that it would be fine and that I had to that I should try my max to find my balance and to keep myself in peace and harmonious and happy, even though it was taking longer and wasn't the most ideal situation. And like my dad, when the other omelet arrived, he was like, just no, don't eat what's inside, just eat the egg outside. My mom was like, no, she shouldn't do that because why would she do that? And I feel like the universe is kind of trying to, and I feel like this goes hand in hand with like my dating life right now, that I really was going to take like a year of not dating anybody and just focusing on myself, and I was fully planning on doing it. And then yesterday I met someone that my friends were trying to get me to meet them for a long time, and we met and we kind of hit it off, and it was nice, but it was also like maybe it was the omelet with the meat inside, if you get what I'm saying. And I just have to have a little bit more patience and be a little bit more optimistic and not cry that the omelet's not here, and be happy that there's someone in the kitchen making me the omelet, because I know that, I don't know, sometimes the omelet for the meat lovers would be amazing. My aunt was like super desiring to eat the omelet, and I was like, you should totally eat it. And then the guy took it to show it to the kitchen, didn't bring it back, and my aunt was like, but I know that when I eat meat, I literally it makes me so sad, so I shouldn't be doing it. And I went on this date, and it made me sad, so maybe I shouldn't be doing it. I don't know, guys, if that was like a reflection, a little bit of a rant, or just a random reflection that I had, that the universe was trying to talk to me through the omelet situation and through the cycles repeating themselves. But I guess it is what it is. Time to release this and go back to focusing on myself and being patient, independent, and happy. Love you guys. I think I just had to give a little cry because I was basically holding back tears this whole day. And I guess I'm a little sad that I keep putting myself in these situations, but I feel like I need to have more grace and be kinder to myself, because I'm trying my best. So I hope that you guys can have grace and be kind to yourselves also, because I'm sure that you guys are also trying your